Hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. George here from Scott's Studio. If you come in, let me know that you can hear me. I'm still working on these bugs, making sure that I have figured out the mystery. So if you come in, let me know that you can hear me. We're going to be talking about some cool things you can do for talk music that doesn't require a whole lot of you this evening. Should be real easy to put into play. Let me know you can hear me in the chat just to make sure I got all my stuff hooked up right. I've been having a few little issues, but hopefully we're working on getting that resolved. All right. Tonight, I think we're going to work in the key of F, just as a different key. If you don't know your keys, I just want to encourage you, if you have one key you play in and you transpose, or you have a couple keys you play really well in and then the others you don't play very well in. No condemnation here. Use what you got, play with what you got so that you can play. But, I want to encourage you to learn your keys, because as you learn how to play in your keys, it really relieves some of the pressure and anxiety you feel if you get to church or you get somewhere and they want to change the key on you. You don't want that, and then you don't know what to do with the key. Or perhaps they transpose in the song, they modulate. That's tough, when you don't really know the keys and then you're trying to fumble and hit the button and that type of thing. So, like I said, no condemnation here. Use what you got, do what you got to do, but just have a goal that you want to eventually be able to play in all your keys. All right, so we're talking about some chords that you can use for talk music, and this is a chord that I do all the time. Beginning of service, end of service, doesn't matter. I throw this in between songs if I'm not playing anything. What I do is the left hand is going to be stationary. So like I said, we're playing in the key of F. I'm just going to keep my hand on F. I might throw in a C in between. All right. This is not going to change. So this is going to stay the same. I'm just going to change my chord in the right hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my 2 chord, which is a G minor. All right. So that's G, B flat, and D. And then I'm going to just lower this D a half step. So essentially it makes a G, what we call a G diminished chord. Okay. So I'm going to go between F, G diminished. Okay. And then if you know inversions, you can change that and go to an inversion of F and an inversion of the diminished chord. Okay. Why this is so cool is because if you're playing with your pads or things, you could throw this in anywhere. If you're just waiting to go to the next thing, you can fill space just by putting that 2 diminished chord in there. Then you're not searching, trying to find out what to play, trying to rack your brain for a song or that type of thing. And then your other difference is that now you have a transition. You have opening prayer music. You've got testimony music. You've got all types of things you could throw this in with. Okay. Now I'm all about strategy. All right. So let's just say right now I'm playing in the key of F, but you end up in the key of B flat. All right. And you're like, oh man, I wish I could figure out what that chord is. All right. Remember I said earlier that it's the 2 chord and we made it diminish. So I went over to the next chord, the 2 or G minor, and I lowered the fifth note a half step, right? So let's just say, oh man, we're in B flat this time and I want to play that chord. No problem. All you got to do is just implement your strategy. So I'm going to go to the 2 minor, and I'm going to take this fifth note, the G, and I'm going to lower the half step to G flat. So now I have found that 2 diminished without having to know what it is by name. Okay? So now I can be in B flat, and I can take that and I can roll with it, and I have my same filler music in B flat. All right? Let's do one more example. Let's just say you end up in A flat. You're playing in the key of A flat, and you're like, man, I really want to find that chord again. It's 2 steps. So all I got to do is go to the 2 in the scale. So the 2 is B flat minor. And then this is 1, 3, 5. I'm just going to lower this fifth note a half step down to E. And now I have my same flavor that I had in the other keys. Okay. So you'll hear me say a lot that you want to learn how to think while you play. And what I mean by that is you want to learn how to have strategies to find chords so that you're never in a moment where you say you don't know something, but you can figure it out in the key that you're in, even if you don't know all the technical names and chord names and all of that jazz. Even if you don't know that, if you could know your strategy, you can implement it. So remember, like, this was a simple strategy. The 2 minor, and then I just lowered the fifth note a half step, right? All right, so let's just say, oh man, we're in G flat. Now I know for some people, they're like, oh God, please don't put me in G flat. All right. But let's just say you ended up in G flat in the service. All right. And you say, oh man, I wish I could create that talk music sound again. I'm just going to go to my 2 chord. That's my first step. 2 is A flat minor. Second step was to lower to E flat a half step. So now I've created that sound. And even if you don't know inversions, you can take this, put a pad under it, and go between the 2 chords. And now you have something to play in the middle of nothing, either before service, after service, in between songs. You could take this and use it. Now, what's cool about it is that once you start to be able to learn how to expand upon it, you could go up and down the keys using inversions with this same chord. Kind of like this. It's all the same chord. I'm just using inversions when I do it. And then let's just say, oh, it's a big moment. They're clapping. You take that, you can do the wave at the bottom. And even if you don't know inversions, you can rev it up. And if you know inversions, and say the clap deceases, you come back down and land the plane and play that one chord very soft. Okay? So I hope that's helpful. Like I said, just a quick thing you can do, even if you don't know much, to create talk music in the spaces that you need it. All right. I would love to talk to you about what things are concerning you, what things you need help with, where you are in your journey. I would love to talk to you. I'm working on a program that is going to help musicians be able to play confidently and worship freely. And I want to hear from you to know what you really need in that program. I have a notion of what I think people need, but I would love to hear from you. So feel free to hit me up. My number is in the description. My email is in the description, or you can schedule a call with me right on my calendar, and we can chat about where you are. So I hope to hear from you very soon, to hear how you're doing. My heart is really just to help church musicians and to help those, especially who are struggling to make progress, be able to sound good on Sunday with just little tips that can move you along really quickly so that you don't feel stuck anymore, but you are able to play and feel confident about your playing. All right. All right. So I hope to hear from some of you soon. Thank you for joining me here tonight. I'll be back soon with another live with some more tips, or perhaps to just play a little bit. But I look forward to hearing from you soon, and I'll see you in the next stream. Take care.